Turn microphone on. Okay. This should be picking up audio. This is my first time trying this kind of thing, screen recording. I've made some changes to Bad Vibes that are kind of behind the scenes, so I wanted to talk about that just a little bit because it's exciting, though very dorky. I'll be totally honest. First of all, we'll just get into the game here. I'm not allowed to get into the game. Hello. I added music, by the way. There we go. Something is going on with this screen recording because it's not letting me interact with the buttons. Christ. Okay. Bad start, but this isn't how it works when I'm not screen recording. So anyways, I added audio, which was cool. I wrote a couple little things of music, and I'm working on some sound effects for when the player gets hit and when the model gets hit. I renamed the model to the Shadow to kind of emphasize the Jungian influence of this. And I redid the survey system from scratch, and because I woke up in the morning and I just suddenly understood abstract classes. So I created this abstract class based off a scriptable object, and from this I can build any type of question and I have another one for surveys. I can build any type of survey. So I'm usually using Likert surveys, but I can do Bool surveys, true or false. I could do anything with these. I could make pictures that you organize in different order, and it comes out with a score based on that order. I could do a whole lot of things. So I had these old surveys that were based on a different method that wasn't quite as adaptable, and then I realized I can write a simple script to convert them, and it took about an hour, but I did that and I converted it. So now I can have a kind of a true or false based risk of harm to self survey as well as others. I have the ocean surveys, and it's super expandable. It's way easier. Like I said before, I added music, and I created similarly a scriptable object that contains the audio clip, but also it contains other data like the beats per minute or BPM and the key it's written in, so that I can try to create playlists that aren't super clashing and kind of flow into each other a little bit. Still working on that. Honestly, audio in Unity is very weird for some reason. I've never really messed around with it. I've made a few games, but I've steered away from audio because I know I get obsessive about audio. So, and honestly, I don't like to play games with a lot of audio. So, I don't really play games anyways, but my point is, working on it. It's going to get there. I added some new effects, and that's exciting. But yeah, the survey system works really well, and I'm going to add a slider or two here for volumes, so you can have the music volume, or mute it, and then you can have the sound effects, etc., etc. Changed up the rules a little bit. Not too psyched about this. And yeah, so anyways, when you come in, if you have not played already, you'd want to add some actions. I'm going to have some default actions in there, but you can add actions. Just type in something here like go for a hike. I don't have hiking yet, right? So hike for 1 hour, and that addresses my basic needs pretty well. Doesn't really address my social needs unless I'm with people, and like frankly, who wants to do that? Personal growth, sure, a little bit, but not as much as it does like the need for exercise and fresh air and things like that. Derive a great deal of pleasure from it. It relaxes me, so I'm going to say it lowers my excitement or my arousal. And I'm a little neutral on in control. I don't really know what hiking does in terms of like my sense of dominance over my life. So I'm going to save that. It adds that to it, the game, and then it will pop up as an action that I can collect. I also totally redid the spawning system of these actions. In the past, they would get a little bit out of sync, and I wasn't totally sure how to fix it, but figured out a way to fix it, and I was really excited about that. So I'm going to jump into the game. There's going to be music, and don't hate the music, just mute it. And we'll take a look at some of the special effects that I added, just to give it a little bit more pizzazz. See that when bad vibes hit the shadow, a lightning bolt comes down. There's a couple of like that confetti one, and I'll show you what it's like when I run into the. Added a few different things like that nuke thing, and some splashes just to give a little. Oh, I won. Okay, that was easy. I won really fast. So winning this took deep breathing for 1 minute, practicing violin for 3 minutes one time, practicing violin one time, sleeping twice, which is totally true, I need sleep, and coding for 1 hour. So that gave me enough pleasure points to reach equilibrium and win the game. I didn't get to show you all the cool stuff I wanted to show you, so let's jump back into this. Maybe it'll let me finally. Yes, so it's much easier now. I don't know what the deal with this was earlier, but to rate myself along these emotion and motivation scales, you just drag those down. These are not accurate. I am not super unmotivated and depressed, but a little bit depressed. So let's move into the game. So there are sounds playing that I didn't anticipate. But oh, there's that lightning bolt. So that's I kind of want to make the sounds more melodic and video game music sounding, not just and oh, you know what I did? I hit the shadow before I reached a state of equilibrium, and I lost instantly. So Joseph Campbell would be super disappointed. Alan Watts probably a little more so. Seems a little bit more passionate. So anyways, avoid those bad vibes. Bye.